All right, folks, it's time now for the best show in Memphis that spotlights local Memphis musicians and local artists. Bad Penny Promotions. If they don't book your act, you don't owe them one bad penny. Together with Memphis music hotspot, The Phoenix, home of the Tuesday Night Blues Jam, present to you almost live, and in most cases, living color, ABC Channel 24's newest hit, Memphis Tonight. Brought to you every Saturday morning, 2 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. With host Donna Paget Bowers, lead singer for the Memphis Blues band Motherlode, and host of the weekly Tuesday Night Phoenix Blues Jam, Teodoro Alvarez. Tonight's guest, live from the Phoenix. So sit back and get ready for 60 minutes of the best music and art Memphis has to offer, all balled up into the next half hour. But first, go call 20 of your best friends and tell them to tune into Memphis Tonight. And now, here's... Oh, wait. That's already been done. Yeah, here's Donna.
Hi, and welcome to Memphis Tonight. I have one of my good friends here with me tonight. I'm so excited. And Enochs. She's a well-known portrait artist here locally and very well respected in the art community. And I'm so glad to have her here with me. I've loved her work for so long. So, Ann, tell our folks what your favorite mediums are that you work in.
Oh, I love to draw, really. I'm a fanatic about drawing.
That's how you get to be a portrait artist.
The first skill that everybody needs to learn, and everybody wants to do it backwards. But anyway, I love drawing, and I adore pastels. I was trained in oils, and I love oils too. But I have this. I thought my love affair with pastels would not last, but it has lasted almost 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I like experimenting with different mediums too. So I do play with acrylic some, but not much.
I've seen mostly your oils and your pastels. Mm-hmm. You know, when I first discovered pastels, they were just chalk. It was just like chalk. But the oil pastel is totally different.
It is.
And it's really neat. It doesn't get everywhere. You don't have it all over you, so it's a lot better.
Both of them will get all over you.
Yeah, but I really like your work. It's amazing. And I know that you're the immediate past president of Artists Link.
Yes, it's a great group of people. We have over 100 members.
Oh my goodness,
I know,
it's grown.
I know. It's just a bunch of artists who get together once a month for camaraderie and a program. And usually the program is really interesting.
They are very interesting. Yeah, you get to learn a
lot.
lot.
And anybody is welcome to come.
How neat.
Come and join us for supper and buy your supper, and then come to the meeting.
It's at Jason's.
It's at Jason's Deli at Highland.
Right. And when is it?
It's the third Monday of the month. And the program starts at 7, I think. But I usually get there about 5:30, so I can eat.
Get one of those good salads.
Yes.
That's my favorite.
And visit with everyone.
Neat. What a great idea. I know that you're always teaching classes. I get emails, and I need to take all of them. But I seem to be so busy because I would love to be able to paint even 10% as well as you do. But I know you are probably more known now as a teacher. Tell us why you love teaching.
Well, it is so rewarding. I have students. Particularly rewarding for when I teach the drawing class, because I really see dramatic changes with that. And if I teach it in a class, it's a 10-lesson class, and each class is 2.5 hours. So that's 25 hours of instruction. Mm-hmm. So they start off with, they have to do some before drawings so they can see their progress at the end.
How neat.
And I have one student in particular who walked in my class and said, "You are not going to be able to teach me how to draw. Other artists have tried and they didn't succeed." I said, "Well, I do love a challenge."
Me too.
And so actually he did the before drawing, which was really bad.
Really bad.
He's one of those people that when he does something, he's going to do it full force. So in the middle of the class, he did another. He's the only one that's ever done this. He did a self-portrait halfway through the class. It was better than the first one, and the one he did at the last class actually looked like him.
Oh, how neat.
It was
well, now
really
you challenged
exciting.
me. I think I'm going to have to take that class. That's awesome. Now, if somebody wanted to get a schedule of your classes, how would they find that out?
They can go to my website, Enochs.com, and that's Ann with an E.
And Bob is going to
two
show that at the
E's
bottom
right
of the screen.
together.
Right.
And click on teaching sketches.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. I know that you've won lots of awards in the past, and I know you don't like to toot your own horn, but I think you should share some of them.
Well,
We don't have 2 hours for
okay.
all of them.
I won an award. I don't. It's been so long ago. I can't remember what it was, but it was a prize at the Kansas Pastel Society show. That's probably been 30 years ago. And then after that, I won an award at the Southeastern Pastel Society. I won second place.
Oh, cool.
So that was really nice, really, really fun.
And you tell me you got one through the mail recently.
I got a certificate from the Governor's School of Tennessee saying that they had decided that I was an outstanding teacher of art in Tennessee. So that was really a surprise. I didn't know that was
How
coming.
neat. Somebody was watching you and you just didn't you just didn't know it. Well, we have an art gallery. This is our 19th year, Painted Planet Art Space, and you've been a gallery artist in the past, and you've also been in a lot of our group shows, and I've always loved your work. And plus, you're my art buddy. We do our art openings together, so that's the only time I learn anything about art really is with you, because you teach me. So I know that you're a good teacher. But I want people to see your artwork. So Cowboy Bob, if you would roll some of Ann's artwork so people can see how talented she is.
Beautiful artwork of Ann Enochs will be spotlighted at the Painted Planets Holiday Ball this December 11th, 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock p.m.
Well, that's great. And if people want to find out when your classes are and see more of your art, find out what shows you're in, they can go to annenochs.com, that website, and
There's
look up
lots of
everything.
options on the website to click
And
on.
also, a lot of your shows, you also put on your Facebook page,
Right.
which is Ann Enochs. And when you see the profile picture for Ann Enochs, it looks just like her, but it's not a photograph. You'll swear it's a photograph, but it's actually a portrait that she did of herself that is just amazing.
That was fun to do.
We love you, Ann. It's so good to have you
Thank you,
here,
darling.
and we'll see you next week on Memphis Tonight.
Z&P Enterprises, your number one choice for full-service cleaning. Proud member of the Better Business Bureau and Hernando Main Street Chamber of Commerce. Proudly serving Hernando, Mississippi and surrounding areas with janitorial services for both commercial and residential clients for over 25 years. Great customer service is essential in our customer satisfaction. Ask about our 100% guarantee. We don't skip corners, we clean them. At Z&P Enterprises, there are no hidden fees and no contracts. So give us a call today. Z&P Enterprises, your number one choice for full-service cleaning. Located inside the Phoenix, Memphis' coolest new art and music venue in the Cooper Young Art District. The Painted Planet's walls are filled with every style of medium of art. From the funky abstract of Redbow to the critical realism of Russia's living national treasure, Victor Lukachev. No matter what your art taste, we have your art treasure. Come and visit us at 1015 Cooper and Walker and see why for 19 years the Painted Planet has been one of Memphis's favorite art galleries on the planet. The Painted Planet, that is.
Good evening and welcome to Memphis Tonight. We're so glad to have you here, and I'm so glad to be here because I have a really good friend of mine with me tonight, Teodoro Alvarez, and we all know him around here as Ted.
Yes.
He goes by Ted. I call him Teo.
You
and
can
I
call me
him
Teo.
Ted. We don't call you Dora, though. We call
No.
you just about everything else. And Ted is the host of the PBJ.
Yes, I am.
So tell everybody what the PBJ is.
The PBJ is the Phoenix Blues Jam Band,
Okay.
and we have 3 steady members of the band. It's myself,
Right.
Bobby Collins on drums, and Chris Matula on guitar. Occasionally, we pick up 1 or 2 other extra members, and they join the host band, and we open the show every Tuesday night.
Neat. And what is the show?
The show is the Phoenix Blues Jam.
Which is also called the PBJ.
The PBJ on Tuesday nights, 8
Uh-huh.
o'clock till
Okay.
11.
Okay.
And we have all kinds of musicians and artists
We
come
do.
in.
We
Yes,
have
we do.
so many cool musicians. It's a lot of fun.
We have so much talent out here, it's incredible.
Well, with all this talent in the city, how did you get to be the host of the Phoenix Jam?
Well, I showed up to the jam back in May,
Right?
and I was asked to return. And about the 3rd time I asked, who's your host next week? And you asked me, would you host next week? And I said, well, sure, I'll give it a shot. And then I hosted another couple of times, and after that, you asked me to be the permanent host, and I am honored, and I'm crazy about it.
I'm so glad you are. And do you know why you're the permanent host?
Well, I'm cheap.
You are cheap. And you're also a bassist and a songwriter and a
yes.
singer, but that's not why you're the PBJ host. You're the host because you're one of the most encouraging people I've ever known, and you're really great
Well, thank you.
with the musicians. He brings people with him. You always find people to play, and people like you, so that's a good thing. And I can use all the friendly, happy people I know, so that's
Well, it's good to be liked, and I feel at home right here, and it's great. It's something I've always wanted to do, is
Yeah.
have a kind of a steady thing to do, and play the blues and
You
sing
do
the
that
blues.
really well. And I know that you also, you're retired now.
I'm
Took an
retired.
early retirement.
I retired after a 40-year career in something else.
Uh-huh.
And this retiring from that career has enabled me to dedicate a lot more time to the music business. And I am really busy all the time. This is
I know
great.
you are. You're busy because you play with 2 bands other than the PBJ host
Yes.
band.
I play with the House Blend Band. It's
Uh-huh.
a 3-piece group with Bobby and Chris. I also play with a 6-piece all-original band called the Blue Pills. And that one doesn't get a whole lot of shows to do because it's
All
really
original.
difficult to book a 6-piece all-original band.
Right.
But it's a great little band, and we're Right now, we have one CD that we released called Going South,
Oh, cool.
and it's available on Apple Music.
Okay.
And we are finishing our second CD, which is yet to be named. And this one is going to feature songs by 4 songwriters that are in the group.
Well, neat. I know Chris writes because I've heard some of his
Yes.
music, and I've heard yours.
Yes.
Who else writes in
The other writer is Rick Stillwell, who wrote all the songs for our first album. And we have one additional songwriter, which is Chris Matula's wife, Diana.
Okay.
And she wrote one song that is featured in our second CD.
Well, neat.
Yes.
So do y'all play, where do y'all play? I know you play here, but
We have played, which band?
either one.
Well,
I
the
know
house-
you don't live in Memphis, you live a little, you
We live in
Eudora.
North Mississippi.
Yeah.
The House Blend Band plays mostly in North Mississippi, the local venues. We've been playing at the legendary Hollywood Cafe.
I
And
saw you there.
Yes, and a couple of other neighborhood
Right.
bars. And we also have, we play festivals and benefits and such.
Well, it seems like you're always busy. I know every time we talk, you, like tonight, you were telling me where all you're playing, and got 2 Halloween parties this year.
Mm-hmm. We
and
do
lots
have 2
of-
Halloween
lots of
parties,
things going
and
on.
currently we're negotiating a New Year's Eve party.
That's
So,
good. Everybody wants to play on New Year's Eve. It's a shame to be a musician and not
Really?
have a gig on New Year's Eve. Yeah. Well, we know where to find your CDs, and if somebody, hopefully, you're going to sing tonight. If you don't sing tonight, if you're not on this particular show, you are performing in almost every
Yes,
Memphis
I am.
Tonight. You're either
I
playing
lucked
bass.
out. I get a lot of airtime
You
out
do,
here.
you do, or you're singing. So if they don't see you tonight, I know they'll see you on upcoming shows if they haven't seen you already. If someone is interested in getting in touch with you to book you, where would they do that at?
They can go to my Facebook page,
Okay.
or actually the House Blend Band
Okay.
Facebook page,
Alrighty.
or my personal Facebook page, which is under my real name, Teodoro Alvarez.
And Cowboy Bob's going to type that out and put it at the bottom in case you don't know, in case
That's
people
right.
don't know how to spell it. But we are so glad you're a part of the family here.
Well,
We don't know what we'll do without
I'm
you.
delighted to be here, and I look forward every Tuesday night to
Me too.
come out here and entertain and do my thing.
We look forward to having you come through the door. And I think one of the best things is it takes a huge burden off of me, because normally I don't even have to ask you, do you see that person, or this is happening? You've already spotted it and you're already taking care of it, and that means everything to me.
Trying to be proactive,
You are.
which
You
is
are.
something I learned in my previous
Very,
career.
very proactive. Oh yeah, medical career.
Aviation.
No? Aviation. Oh,
Yes.
that's right.
That's
That's
right.
right. Well, I knew you had some kind of medical background.
Yes, I
Well,
do.
Well, that's good to know. Well, thanks for being here tonight.
You're
And
welcome.
guys, if you're interested in coming and playing on stage with Teodoro or Ted, you can do that on Tuesday evenings at the Phoenix. We're at 1015 South Cooper at Walker. And it's from 8 till 11 on Tuesday nights. And we would love to have you come and be part of it. Until then, we'll see you next week on Memphis Tonight. Thanks for joining us here tonight on Memphis Tonight. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we hope you'll return again next week when we take another look at the Memphis music and art scene. If you have any questions or comments, or if you want information about being a sponsor, a partner, or an advertiser with our show, or if you'd like to make suggestions about who you'd like to see spotlighted on Memphis Tonight, you can reach us at the following email. I'm Donna Paget-Bowers. I'm signing off tonight. I hope you have a great Saturday filled with lots of beautiful art and great music. And remember Memphis Tonight, same time next week.